Okay, we're trying to do a high five as we start this, and it's just not working. There you go.
Well, because I'm coming in and that is true. If we both do it at the same time, then it's like we're going to hit each other's face. Okay. All right, so this is setting the scene. So this is going to be a bit more of a light-hearted episode. Tisha doesn't really know what we're going to be talking about. I gave her a little bit of a reference, but I just was like, okay. So I was talking to a mum yesterday about something over a decade ago now, when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do this for the rest of my life. And I wanted to quit there and then. Before I even started. It was making dinner every night.
So you're saying that, oh my gosh, I have to do this for the rest of my life?
We had barely been married, and I realized I'm not totally in charge, Scott helps, but like, this is my responsibility for the rest of my life. And it hit me.
Oh my gosh,
it was too much.
You had to do what I did.
What'd you do?
Oh yeah, about 6 months before my husband and I got married, I sat him down. I said, I want to let you know that me and the kitchen are not friends. I do not like to cook. At all.
Okay.
So, do you still want to marry me? I promise.
I was not wise enough at 19 to say that. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
And my husband actually said, I love to cook. So I don't care. Yes, I want to still marry you.
Oh my gosh. And do you know what I did in our very first week of marriage? I made this amazing roast. And so like I set the bar up here, and then within week 2.
No. No.
Oh my word. And so I wore this t-shirt today specifically for this episode. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, let's doula this, because I was a doula for 7 years.
Okay, so please explain, because if Tisha would have been watching this before doula that I knew, I wouldn't know what that was.
Okay, so a doula is a labor and birth coach. So we are there, what is my tagline? We said we are there for the informational, physical, and emotional support of the parents. So we do nothing medical.
And you don't touch the baby. You're just there with the mom.
Yep.
Breathe.
Yep. We're there to coach, encourage, get in different positions and things like that. And so I feel like there was some really awesome tactics and just ways of how to get through labor. Which totally translate into life, and especially, wait, I didn't ask you, what's the thing that...
Rude.
I know, I'm so sorry.
I know.
What's the thing that, did you ever have a moment of like,
I have to do this the rest of my life?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I used to work at St. Francis Medical Center. You're talking about being a doula.
Okay.
I used to be a transporter. I would transport blood and medicine and people to different rooms at St. Francis Medical Center. I was about 19 or 20 years old.
Wow.
So then I put in a position to do a pharmacy technician. I was like, okay, been doing this for about 7-8 months, pushing, transporting. Okay. It was really cool.
Okay.
But then I got the job to be, did I tell you this yet?
I don't know.
So I got the job to be a pharmacy technician. And I was like, okay, this is cool. So
it doesn't sound interesting.
Was awesome.
Really?
For like 7 days. They had me in a tiny little room, tinier than this.
Yeah.
And I was having a blast. I had to type up the little bottles that say, Tisha, take this for 2 times a day. So I typed that up, and then I'd have to count by hand 30 pills.
Oh my God.
The coolest! 7 days later, I was Tisha in a little closet room with pills and doing this.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was like, I have to do this the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
So there.
And how long did that last?
That lasted probably about a couple of months, and then I got tapped by Jason Ossing. He's still working at St. Francis on the west side.
Cool.
And he tapped me, says, would you be interested in being an anesthesia technician?
So
I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to be a pill, and it's going to be
it's
going to be a paper thing.
Yeah.
I got asked to go in. He was going to give me scrubs, and there was an open heart.
So fun.
And I walked into an open heart, and I was the assistant to the anesthesiologist, and there was no paper. It was all hands on.
That's
and
awesome.
I went, I want to do this the rest of my life.
That's you and me.
Yeah, so I did
about
12 years there.
Oh, well, I wish that I could
So yes, that pill thing was like, I gotta do this the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh, that's overwhelming.
Okay.
Okay, so being a doula. So I was a doula for 7 years, on and off in between babies. But I got to help 50 couples deliver,
Wow.
which was amazing. I think
that's cool.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them did not have their spouse present because they were deployed overseas, and
so awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
some crazy ones. Oh my goodness, the joy of my life.
And was it really the
I
joy
thought I
of
was
no?
doing
I
a-
was gonna.
Oh,
No,
wait.
no.
Another high five.
I'm like, can I say something? No, I was gonna say the joy of my life.
Oh, it was beautiful. Oh,
Okay.
so exhilarating.
Would you, if you were pregnant, would you want her in your room? Yes! OMG, I want to get pregnant just to have you in my room. Oh my gosh, I promise to God.
Oh,
You must have, and I already, because I met you when you were a doula.
Yeah.
And I know that you would get a phone call. They're like, oh, I'm going to get a phone call at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get home till like sometimes
No.
4 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sometimes I was gone for 4 hours. Sometimes I was gone 48. Whoo, doggies.
Wow.
Just depends. But there was 4 things. A lot of the parents who I worked with really desired to go natural without medication. And there was kind of 4 things that I was like, okay, for a mum to really be able to succeed naturally without medication, she really needs incredible support. Okay, so a really good either doula, husband, mother, sister, friend, whatever, support. Breathing, you gotta breathe. The moment you stop breathing, the moment you stop coping, and just sometimes that super deep breath, oh my gosh. And like the phrase that I knew would get a mom breathing is, baby needs you to breathe. And oh, you best bet a mom was just, just like that deep breath, so good. So support, breathing, movement, you've gotta move. You can't be frozen. Because when you're frozen in bed, all you feel, or even frozen standing next to the bed, all you feel is the pain of that contraction and the intensity. So you've got to move, you've got to sway, you've got to walk, you've got to get into different positions. And then the final one is
good.
Relaxation. Okay, you've got to learn how to completely release yourself, because if you're tense,
My favorite.
it's even more intense during that contraction. And so, but that is like, you can flip that into life. That when you get into a moment when you're like, I can't do this anymore, because that's what mums would say every single labor. I can't do this. I can't do how many more contractions? And I'm like, we can't think about all the rest of the contractions because we don't know. And we don't know how many dinners I'm going to have to make. It may be 3 more, Lord willing, no. It may be 7,000 more. You just don't know. But can you do this one contraction? Can you breathe right now?
Amen.
Can you move right now? Can you make this one meal right now? And of course, with the breathing, are you breathing in life? Are you holding your breath? Or are you hyperventilating? Are you taking shallow breaths? Because when we take shallow breaths, we are not oxygenating our bodies and our brain. It's not functioning right.
Yeah.
So breathing. Are you moving? Are you doing things yes, it can be exercise, but just changing up your environment, like go to a friend's house or go out to dinner or just do something different. Go hiking. Yeah. The support. Who do you have in your life? Obviously, the biggest foundation in all of this is Jesus. That's the no-brainer. But next to that, close friends, family, who's your support? And then relaxation. What are we doing in 2021 to try and relax, And so I just thought, to share a little bit about my doula time, because I don't think I've shared about that much on here.
You haven't.
I retired from it last September. It was like the perfect 7 years. Oh, pal.
You did it for 7 years?
7 years. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it's definitely been glorious, going to bed and knowing
nobody's going to text you.
I'm not going to get called at 2:30.
Yeah.
And even when my phone rings, just in real life, I need to change the tone actually, because
it's like beep, 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 beep. Does it do that?
No, but it's just the sound reminds me of there
I
might
gotta
be a
go.
woman in labor. Yeah. So, but anyhow, so tell us in the comments below, what is one thing? Have you ever had that moment that you're like,
I got to do this the rest of my life?
How? But you can. All God is asking you is just to do it once.
Yeah, you know what I love is that in Matthew 6 it says, give me my daily bread.
Oh my gosh, Tisha.
It's not
That's perfect.
weekly, it's not monthly, and it's not yearly.
That's
And sometimes
beautiful.
we can say, give me
Yes.
my yearly, I'm out, I'll see you in a year.
Thank you.
And our Father wants to commune with us every single day.
Every day.
It's so important.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for adding that. That's perfect. Now there's a good high five.
Love you guys. That's a good high five. Bye.
High 10.
High 10.
Bye.